Hello, this is Chris Nielsen with Breaking Up with Fear. I'm here with Nefertiti and excited to hear some stories. We've been talking a little bit before this call and look forward to hearing more about her life and how she broke up with some fears. Nefertiti, please share a little bit about yourself.
Good afternoon, everybody. Greetings from charming New England. I am a mixed media and performing artist based out of Boston, Massachusetts. And I'm so thrilled to spend some time not only with Chris, but with his audience, and also have the opportunity to share some life experience that it might resonate with many of you in these current times.
Absolutely. And Nefertiti, you were talking about, as an artist, you're a performance artist, singer, actor, and you do other things as well. Please share maybe a little bit of what you do and then start telling what happened to you when this COVID started to come into play.
So I have been wearing many different hats and juggled them all. I had a very promising performing season. It was almost getting expanded for a full year. It was just thrilling. And when the virus outbreak hit here in my home state, Massachusetts, I started getting cancellations, one after another one. And by mid-April, I realized that I'm sinking into depression because my life is not only coming to a very abrupt stop, but I have no idea when I get it back. And I'm a very social, party style person. I love to teach. I like to interact with people. I love being in the spotlight. And I have that energy feeding from an audience, and all of a sudden I have nothing. I have just four walls to stare day in and day out because for safety reasons I have to stay home. And I get all these cancellations carrying all the way through spring of 2021. So I start seriously sinking into depression, assessing my life, how I'm going to manage these challenges that I never experienced at this level before. I have had many losses in the past, but this was a very unique and different kind of loss. And of course, I was not the only one in the club, but it doesn't take away your pain, knowing that other people are on the same club. So I take an assessment on what I do, my craft, and how can I keep my mental sanity, because that's important. You
Absolutely.
need to keep mental sanity. That's the key. The rest you can surf through the rough waves. So I work for a very high-end floral shop in Cambridge, and we specialize in exotic floral arrangements. I have a background in Ikebana, so I get to school, which is the Japanese art of floral design. And we had all these materials that it was not moving because we had to close business. And I am like overflowing and blooming, no pun intended, with fresh materials in my house. And what I'm gonna do with all this. So it was 2, 3 a.m. in the morning, and I start engaging into quiet time, trying to clear my mind, be present in the present. And I realized that I am not the only one dealing with this issue, but I also come to the aha moment that we have been conditioned to be running all over creation 24/7, high demands, high expectations, and we're chronically exhausted and stressed out. So I decided to use Ikebana as healing art and stress management tool.
So that's the arrangement of the flowers, is that correct? Or the?
Yes. Okay. And this is a good sample of what I do.
I'm actually going to highlight your video right now so people can get a better look. Okay.
Okay. So I had the opportunity to be part of 2 virtual exhibits regarding Sogetsu Ikebana School. One was hosted by a local library branch where I taught a 2-hour workshop about Ikebana and stress management and healing arts. So this piece, I made it in the middle of the virus apocalypse, like I call it. And it was very healing for me because I was able not only to express myself, but I was able to use materials that they have been sitting there for weeks. They were not that fresh anymore. And I had the challenge to showcase that current landscape. People are freaking out. People are going on a scarcity mode. They are limited resources, but I am not going to allow the situation take the best of me. So I'm going to use art to keep my mental sanity. So I put this together over a week because I start with a draft and working on certain ideas. And then it's like the universe guides you how to be creative. And I came across to other materials and I keep adding things to it. So I decided to name it Lady Plague. And Lady Plague have been showcased in 2 different exhibits virtually because we cannot do in-person events. So this is a good example of how you can unleash your creativity in the middle of chaos, adorn your space, enhance your quality of life, and keep your mental sanity. So
Yes.
I am on a mission to share this with people, because if I can deliver one smile, if I can enhance somebody's qualities of life, I really feel well served and accomplished as an artist.
Thank you for sharing that, Nefertiti. I agree with you. I mean, for me, improv is where I do some creativity as well as working with speakers. And when I'm creative, I feel like an expanded energy, in that when you expand your energy, the fear tends to go down. So is that what you felt a little bit, or how did you feel?
Well, so because I have been managing many different challenging events prior to this year virus apocalypse, I was on a mission on how I'm going to fix myself. Because I had what I call a flash flood of misfortunate events, from losing relationships dear to my heart and not by my choice. But then I realized that I was wrongly invested in sociopath. So I needed to clear the house so I can travel light and change proper adjustment for a better living. So I have been on a personal quest to look within, flip on the switch on intuition, because that's key. We get easily influenced by the social media, by the government, by society, by people in your surrounding. Oh no, you are just elaborating in your brain, or you are seeing things with their nothing to, look for second meanings. And then when the chain of events take place, you are like, I knew it better. So you need to flip on that intuition switch. So I have been on a search for that.
So how did you flip on? I like your phrase quest, and I like your phrase flip on the intuition switch. So how did you flip on the intuition switch?
Well, so the quest, it's a lifetime, because I always have had a very curious mind. And from young age, I have been a lifetime learner. I like to be hands-on.
Me too.
And I foster a concept, a Japanese philosophy, and it's called Kaizen. And it doesn't really have a translation of the term. It's more like a concept. And it's related to everything that you can learn in life. It's going to serve you sooner or later. Even if it's taking a sewing class, because you might be traveling abroad for a business and you have a mishap with wardrobe and you know how to fix it on the spot. Or you might be put on the spotlight for a presentation and you need to be comfortable working improv. So I don't think that it's a short or small task. I am always learning different things because I know that they're going to serve me sooner or later. So that's the quest. It's a lifetime investment on yourself to learn everything that you can, from how to be handy around the house to fashion, because all those things are going to come together as a nice, sexy package, because it's just a beautiful thing to have. So in regard to switch, I refer to flip on the switch because I believe that we all have it. It's there, it's available. But if you don't turn it on, you don't get to enjoy it.
So how do you turn it on?
Well, so I have different things. So I can turn it on by music, and I do what I call solo parties. So I set myself with the kind of music that is going to suit the theme at the moment. It can be Gothic, it can be Gregorian chant, it can be flamenco music. I am very eclectic. So
I can tell.
So it can be cello music. So it depends on how I'm feeling at that moment. That's number one. Number two, I hold on to the positive, because it's proven scientifically that you cannot multitask with your train of thoughts. So if you are sinking into depression, you cannot be happy. But if you pick something to enhance your quality of life and be happy, then the power of depression diminishes and it doesn't have the same effect on you. So you have to work those dynamics.
So how do you hold on? What are some of the ideas you use to hold on to the positive?
So hold on to the positive. I start by unblocking my style. I love my Gothic. I come from a very conservative, high-profile family that never support anything what I wanted to do in the performing arts. That was like so forbidden. You just don't go on the spotlight. And it was a very macho society and very colonial mentality. So I was determined that I needed to do something to keep, again, my mental sanity and my happiness, because I didn't match that bill. So I start letting it sink. Well, this is what makes me happy. This is what I find that reflects my personality, my pursuits, my interests, and I hold on to that. I'm holding on to that very tightly right now. So that's one thing, to hold on to that. Then I look around and I have been very fortunate, because I have lived in South America, the Caribbean, Polynesia, and 10 different states within the country, including remote Alaska. So you get to see a lot of the world, you see pain, you see suffering, you see abundance, and then it's your choice what you hold on to it, to the misery or the abundance. So
I love what you just said. So are you saying, Nefertiti, that is our choice whether to hold on to misery or abundance?
Yes, indeed, it is a choice.
Yes.
And you are in power, you are in charge, and it doesn't matter what anybody else says, it's a matter of choice.
Yes, you are.
One of the things that I pursue after many years of struggle was that I decided to become Buddhist. And that was in January 2018. I am not a religious person, but I fell in love with the temple that I attend, because the lady who runs it, she is very up for equality. She's not afraid to talk, and she's practical. So it's all about the philosophy and enhancing your quality of life versus having this fear against, higher power, and you're going to go to hell and you have to conform because otherwise the gods are not going to have good eyes on you. I don't buy that. So again, it's a choice. So you proceed gracefully or you hold on to the pain and misery, and how much you want to carry that burden is a matter of choice. So I always hold on to the positive, what I have. I live in a great neighborhood. I open the window and I have a beautiful park to look up in the distance. I have a very good health. I have many different talents that suit me well, and I can deliver smiles to other people, which is very rewarding.
It is rewarding. I found, in this, I was bike riding in Sun City Grand in Arizona, and waving to people and smiling at people, that bounce back and forth of energy is a beautiful thing.
Yeah. So again, it's all matter of choices. So then I like to reflect on the week and years past, depending on what comes to mind. So I randomly send text to people in my environment. Hey, thinking about you. remember when we did this together? What a beautiful thing. Or randomly, I love you. I got you a present. So I have built up a reputation of being the party girl. I am the party. I am the holiday, because this is another.
Wait, let's just repeat that. So Nefertiti, you are the party and the holiday?
I am the party and the holiday. And that is a very personal in-house joke among the close people in my environment, because I might get invited to a get-together or visit somebody at their business, and I never show up empty-handed. So I bring the party. I might bring the candle, the bottle of wine, nicely wrapped and presented, which is, this is furoshiki, Japanese style of gift wrapping with textiles.
It's beautiful.
So I try to use all my different skills, you know, how to set up a table, how to wrap a gift, how to arrange a bouquet of flowers. So you don't need a whole lot to live generously and look affluent. You know, you can do wonderful things and rock your style with very little budget, but still living generously and look like a celebrity.
And
so,
I bet you it feels good to not only live generously, but also create beautiful environments for people to experience.
Yes, that's so rewarding. And that's what it keeps me going and motivated to do it, even if it's virtually. Like, I have to switch things around and make it happen. But I took a deep breath, and it's like, okay, if virtual is the new normal, I will have to go virtual and compensate for the things that I'm missing in person. So I have to adjust and manage with the resources available to us at the moment. So the other thing that I use for flipping on the switch is chanting. Sometimes I listen to Gregorian chant. It's very soothing. Sometimes I go out to nature and do breathing exercises, a little bit of walking meditation, and try to foster that quiet time between your mind and nature, because you get those aha moments out of nowhere, and they're so important for you to develop new projects and figure it out, not only how to navigate in the current landscape, but also how to connect better with other people, and again, deliver a smile. So again, I am the holiday and I am the party. And I have to add to that two things were very kind of life-changing, because some people are, well, I get to that later, or procrastinate, and I'm a sinner on that one myself. But I have had not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 6 different close calls with the death. So that brings your perspective to a different level, because I'm on a mission to make my time here on this planet right here, right now count, because I don't know if I make it to New Year's Eve. So why wait and wear the dress for the holiday when I can make my own holiday today, right here, right now? So that's another reason why I am the party. You know, I am the holiday. I'm not waiting for the 4th of July. I am the fireworks right here, right now.
All right. All right, Nefertiti, the fireworks. I love what you've said. And also I love what, like, the Gregorian chants. I've listened to that music, and feels wonderful. And in nature, which I'm in a lot of nature, surrounded by nature right now, feels great. You were going to share a Hawaiian chant with us, I believe. Is that correct?
Yeah, so I'm going to share one verse of a very dear to my heart Hawaiian chant. And it's in ancient language, and it talks about the sun rising up from the darkest of waters. And it describes how it rises up against the challenges and shines up. And that is so inspiring to me at any time that you might be feeling down or not at your best. You reflect on nature, and you're going to get inspired by celestial events, something as simple as how the sun rises every morning from dark waters if you are looking over the ocean.
Mm.
So it's called Ealae. So it goes like this. Ealae, kalaika hikina, ikamoana, kamoana ho ho, ikaleva, kaleva nu, ikahikina, ayakala, Ealae. So that's one part out of three.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. And now if the people watching this want to connect more with Nefertiti, the party, the holiday, and the fireworks, how do they connect with you?
So I have a public figure Facebook page, and it's called Etnia Fusion by Nefertiti. Etnia Fusion is the name of my performing company, and I offer different educational programs as part of arts residency. So I do many different things under the name of Etnia Fusion, which translate a fusion of different ethnicities, because I'm multiracial and I'm trying to bring the best of everything that I have in my DNA and share it with the world. So it's Etnia Fusion by Nefertiti via Facebook, and also on the internet, etniafusion.com. So those two ways are great to stay in tune with what I'm doing and my different endeavors. And if I can get a note saying, hey, I was listening to your presentation at Chris' program and I got inspired, or I got to do this because, you know, you sparked the creativity on me, I will feel so well served and rewarded. That's the best.
Thank you for sharing that, Nefertiti. And I love some of the stuff you shared. And I too, when I'm creative, I feel expansive and fear drops for me. And you have so many creative projects. And I think when you make beautiful, inspiring things like you do for other people, these things, if we bring them into our environment, actually drops our fear as well. We became more inspired and seeing the positive. And I love what you said actually about holding on to the positive versus the negative. So thank you for sharing so much wisdom with our crew today.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm so thrilled to share a little bit of my life experience with your audience. And again, if I can deliver some smiles and spark that creativity, I will be feeling very, very rewarded.
Well, you delivered some smiles to me. So thank
you.
you.
You tell on the video, you're like nodding and you're getting into the groove. So it was great sharing these things with you.
I love the chant too. So thank you for sharing that.
Well, and by the way, I'm a Hawaiian hula dancer. So that's one of the things that I was doing with the season. I do presentations not only for the school districts, but universities, and also do teaching and Hawaiian performances. So like luau's and barbecues and outdoor events, weddings. So while all those wonderful things are on hold right now, well, definitely we can get a taste in a virtual version of it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for being here. And you made a joy to my day. So thank you, Nefertiti.
Well, until we meet again, much aloha from New England, and hope to connect with you very soon.